Welcome back, everyone. It's my 200th video. Thanks to all my subscribers who tune into my videos each day or each week, depending on whenever you have time to go to YouTube. Uh, I don't know how to thank you guys enough. Uh, Apparently, I've got 53 subscribers. Hopefully they're real subscribers and not that stupid sub for sub thing. Uh, I don't want any of that spamming or anything. But I don't know how to celebrate my 200th video. I was going to review this after I got my third DVD, but you only live, you only die once, sorry. Yodo. So, Wizard of Gore, 2007 remake. I love it. It's my third favorite Crispin Glover film. The first is Back to the Future. Yes, you've heard that right. Back to the Future, my favorite franchise, and my favorite science fiction franchise, by the way, and my favorite Crispin Glover film. The second one, uh, Willard. The third one, Wizard of Gore, and the fourth one, Simon Says. And a lot of people hate Simon Says, and I liked it. I thought it was a fun movie. Um, this stars Kip Pardue as Ed Bigelow, Bijou Phillips as his girlfriend Maggie, and of course Crispin Glover as Montag the Magnificent. That's the way he says it. And this is the only film I like by Dimension Extreme. Otherwise, they're extreme assholes when it comes to movies. This is the only movie I like from this company. Dimension, I loved your when you were just regular Dimension, but when you became Dimension Extreme, I was just like, your movies are not extreme. If you want to see extreme stuff, watch some of the movies I've seen as a kid. Uh, Sweatshop is pretty extreme. 100 Tears is incredibly extreme. Uh, but this movie isn't extreme, and yeah, it could have been gorier, but damn did I have fun with this. I usually have fun with a lot of movies, but this one has a special place in my heart. Um, I saw this before I saw the original, and a lot of people wanted a sequel to the original, but Herschel Gordon Lewis doesn't do a whole lot of sequels. The only one I can think of is Blood Feast 2, and that didn't come out until 2002. But what we got instead of a sequel was a remake, and this has really nothing to do with the original Wizard of Gore, other than the gore itself, and uh, sorry, had to itch my eye. Other than the gore and the name of the magician or the Wizard of Gore. So let's get started with what this film is about. It starts off, we have Edmund Bigelow, or Edwin Bigelow, however you want to say it. He's a tabloid writer, and he's he looks like he's been through hell. It starts off the movie, he's walking outside, he's a bloody mess, and he goes into a strip club looking for Dr. Chong, played by none other than the man himself, Brad Dourif. And damn, did I love Brad Dourif's character in this. He was funny, but creepy at the same time. Um, and Brad Dourif plays not a big character, but a minor character, and he does a pretty good job. Um, so he starts talking, and he decides he's going to tell his story to Brad Dourif. Kip Party is going to tell his story to Brad Dourif. So this movie is a flashback. So uh, don't expect it to be like uh, taking time in a matter of a day or two. It takes place within 5 days. So yeah, 1 week earlier is what it says. We get introduced to Maggie, uh, Kip Pardue, Edwin Bigelow's girlfriend, played very well by Bijou Phillips, and this is the only film by Bijou that I like with Bijou Phillips in it. I've never been a huge fan of watching It's Alive, the remake. I just have no intention on seeing it. And Hostel Part 2, I will never watch again. But this movie, she did a good job in. Uh, Edwin Bigelow starts off as kind of an asshole, but you grow to like him, and that's a good thing because what the most important thing about a horror movie is you've got to at least like your characters, and I liked all the characters in this, especially Kip Party's character, and Crispin Glover can play one hell of a villain. So yeah. Um, what we got is Ed and his girlfriend are walking around, and they decide to go to the Circus of Horrors, which is taking place at a hotel. And then one of Ed's friends end up coming by, and she offers him a ticket to see a magic show. So Ed and Maggie take 2 tickets, and they end up going to a circus of another circus of horror, uh, and who else but Jeffrey Combs is the ticket taker and also the hype man for Montague. And he does a really good job, and you don't even notice it's him unless you look really damn close. The character's name is the Geek. Um, and the the Geek, uh, he's not really a villain, but he's not really a hero either. He's just there. Um, and Montag, I'm trying to go as descriptive, but not spoiling anything. Trying not to spoil anything. But uh, Ed and Maggie sit down, and what happens is uh, Montag ends up coming out of the blue and shoving. Oh, first, I should point this out. First, Jeffrey Combs ends up taking maggots, putting them on his tongue, and he eats them whole. And then uh, a girl gets up. The girl's name is Cayenne, played by one of the Suicide Girls. She's in the front. Don't know if you can see that. Stupid glare. Yep, right there. I don't see why there are 5 Suicide Girls on the front of this case. There's only 4 in the movie. But anyways, if there are 5, I don't know. But anyways, what happens is uh, we get a funny introduction to Crispin Glover, Montag the Magnificent. he's like, sit down, bitch. You die tonight. What he does, uh, he takes he takes a giant fluorescent light bulb, shoves it into his throat, cracks it in his mouth, throws the glass all over the stage floor, and ends up coughing up the fluorescent stuff out of his mouth, and he starts bleeding CGI blood, sadly. They used some CGI in this movie, but thankfully they used practical effects for the gore too. So he ends up bleeding, and he wipes himself down with a tissue, and even the tissue has CGI blood on it, and he throws it at Kip Hardy's character. And then Cayenne, played by the Suicide Girl, ends up going up on stage and taking off her clothes because Montag says, take off your clothes. Rips her intestines out and starts playing around with it, and pretty much he's cutting her stomach open, doing all this, but it's behind a mirror. So, yeah. But the mirror light goes out, and it looks like he's actually killing her. So all the lights go out, and when they come back on, Cayenne is perfectly fine. And that's as far as I'll go with the gory first death. But anyways, what happens is the girls end up dying in the way they died on stage, and Ed Bigelow is trying to figure everything out, and he ends up going to his buddy, played by Joshua Miller. I forget the character's name, but he's kind of like a coroner, and what happens is he tells him about tetrodotoxin, which is a mind control drug, and Montag's been using it in order to give people a good show. He really kills the people, but like up on stage at least. But he's making people think that the gore is happening when really he's just killing them on stage and then bringing them back. Not back to life, because they don't actually die. But then you slowly realize there is an actual killer who's performing all of the kills in the ways they died on stage, and I will not spoil that. You do have to watch this movie multiple times to get it. I've watched it 3 times, twice on the internet, and once. No, I've watched it 4 times, twice on the internet, once on DVD, and then this on DVD. So I'm very happy to own this. The Suicide Girls looked great. And you do get full body nudity in this. Um, you get stuff like flame, a girl set on fire. You get a bear trap shoved into each part of the body. A whole bunch of other stuff, and you even get an ode to the original film. The sword down the throat trick. Instead of it being a sword, it's a wooden pole. Gets shoved into a person's mouth and chokes him to death. So that's kind of cool. Uh, Overall, I just had a really fun time with this, and I like it better than the original. And I like the original, don't get me wrong. But I just like this one better. It might just be that I saw this one first, or It just might be I felt this was a better movie. And a warning, this film doesn't rely heavily on the gore, but the gore is there just enough. It's more of a film noir thriller slash thriller, and they did a good job balancing it all out. They balanced the gore out. They balanced the film noir parts out. They managed to balance out the thriller portion, and this is overall just a fun ride through madness. And it's only 95 minutes, so you don't have any excuse to say it's too long because it's really not, and it goes by at a quick pace. Some people might find it boring. I found it really entertaining. So, anyways, this is Psychopathic1 signing off, and I will rate this movie an 8 out of 10. Yes, that's very high, but it goes for the gore, Crispin Glover, and the performances of the other actors. So, anyways, hopefully you all enjoyed my review over The Wizard of Gore, and the special features on this are plenty. So, if you like special features, you will love this DVD. So, anyways, I'm out. Peace.